Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our board meeting of Wednesday, December the 13th, 2023. Before I call the meeting to order, I just wanted to note that all public session of the board meeting are live stream and recorded are posted on the Peel District School Board website. Member of the public can attend the public session of the board by watching the meeting live stream tonight. And tonight, I also want to take the time to really apologize to our community, families, students, and partners, especially our federation who likes to come into the building to able to attend our board meeting. But unfortunately, tonight we are holding our board meeting virtually because this board takes the safety of all, including our staff, students, and family. We take safety very. We want to make sure that that's always our priority, to make sure that the people that comes in our building, whether it's here at the CBO or in our schools, feel safe in their environment where they are. So until we can have the various checks and balance in place to ensure that we can guarantee your safety, please, we ask you to be patient and bear with us. And thank you for that. Thank you for your support. And with that said, trustees, you have the agenda before you, and there is no addition to the agenda. And I'm going to ask us to, at this time, to let us rise and have our land acknowledgement and our national anthem. Thank you.
The land upon which we work, live, and sustain ourselves is the ancestral and treaty lands of the Michizagig Anishinaabe, also known today as the Mississaugas of the Credit, the rightful caretakers and title holders of this land. We also recognize the rich pre-contact history and relationships which include the Anishinaabe and the Ongwe-Hongwe.
Since European contact, this land continues to be home to Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. As responsible community members, we value the diversity, dignity, and worth of all people.
Colonialism displaced and dispossessed Indigenous peoples of their ancestral land
and continues to deny their basic human rights, dignities, and freedoms.
We are committed to learning true history to reconcile, make reparations, and fulfill our treaty obligations to the original peoples and our collective responsibilities to the lands, water, animals, and each other for future generations.
Thank you to our technical staff for doing that for us. So trustee, as I said, there's no addition to the agenda. So I'm going to ask trustee Clark and trustee Cameron to put the agenda on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Any declaration of conflict of interest? I don't see no hand going up. Will, you're going to help me monitor that, okay? Okay, and we're going to move down to celebration of board activity. And I'm going to turn it over to our vice chair at this time to recognize, This time is our board activity. I apologize for that. We have our Tamil Heritage Month. We have Lincoln Alexander Day and International Day of Education, International Day of Commemoration of Memory of Victim of the Holocaust, and Family Literacy Day. Those are our board activities leading into January. Can I have Trustee Davy and Trustee Benjamin put them on the floor for me? All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And then now I'll move down to 7. This is where I jumped the gun to, and I will turn it over to our vice chair at this time to recognize our staff. You are muted, Trustee Johal.
Okay, Chair, thank you, Chair Green, and through you, just give me 1 more minute. I need to open the correct document before we can proceed. Okay, thank you. So thank you at this time, Chair Green, and through you, I would like to thank all the retirees for your service and dedication to the Peel District School Board. It is through the collective hard work and efforts of our staff that we make a positive difference in the lives of our students, their families, and the community. Your commitment to help each student achieve to their best to the ability is appreciated. The names of the retirees can be seen on the screen. And we have a total of our retirements, as you can see on the screen, each name with their title. So every individual, every professional who has served Peel District School Board with their best of capabilities, we want to thank, and we wish you all the best for your future and a healthy and happy retirement. Congratulations and thank you very much.
Thank you for that, Vice Chair. I'm going to ask Trustee Cole and Trustee Bailey to put them on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. All right, I'm going to move down to the chair's announcement, and I'm just going to give you a brief update quickly. A few days ago, on the 7th, I was able to be part myself and AD De Silver, attended the minister's announcement at Malala Public School in Brampton. And the minister in his announcement spoke of the importance of us continue to make sure that we able to provide infrastructure in a timely manner, so that we are having the place that when students register in new location, that they're going into bricks and mortar, and that we don't have to place them in olden schools. He talks about trying to make sure the timeline from the time a request is submitted to the time that they respond to school board, that he's looking and making that more shorter and more easier for board to access funding to build new schools. He also spoke of about how important it is to make sure that board who have excesses of property, that those properties are sold and use the funds to build new schools. one of the things that he talks about also that the ministry is working and a design that they will present to board to that board can use as repeat design, you know, as they move into the future to make sure that it's a more easier process. So they're talking about standardizing the design that we use for building school. So I do not know what that is going to look like. You know, but we just have to wait and see. But I thought I'll just bring you those information because I think it's important that we know. And the final thing that they spoke about at the announcement is how important it is for board to partner with city, community, and government to ensure, because there's a housing crisis in Ontario, and how we can able to not just have school on the same property, but maybe look at how we can build to accommodate families on the same property. He would have said that they're presently taking a look and investigating how that will work, and to see how that will benefit each and every one, and it will come back later on to boards with an update on that process. So that's my announcement this afternoon. So I'm going to ask Trustee Clark and Trustee Bailey to put them on the floor for me. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And then I'm just going to move right down to item 9, which is the director's report at this time.
Thank you, Chair Green. Today, I do not have a director's report.
Okay, all right, thank you. We don't have any student trustee report. And we do not have any report from trustee appointed to external organization. I'm going to move down to item 12, which is the the approval of the minutes of previous board meeting. I'm going to take them one at a time. The minutes of our organization meeting of the board of November 22nd. They're here, and Trustee Johal, Trustee Davy is moving them for me. Question or concerns? I'm seeing none. All those in favor? Carries. Okay. And 13.2, which is the board minutes of our November 29th meeting. I'm going to ask Trustee B. McDonald and Trustee Benjamin to put them on the floor for me. Question or concerns? I am not seeing any. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. I'm going to move right down to item 14, which is the minutes of our committee meetings. And we got 14.1, which is the minutes of our special advisory meeting of October the 24th. And I'm going to Trustee B. McDonald, Trustee Clark, to put them on the floor for me. Okay, question, concerns? I'm seeing none. All those in favor? Carries. Okay, and then we are going to go to 14.2, which is the parent involvement committee minutes. Trustee Benjamin, Trustee Cameron is going to put those on the floor for me. All right, question or concerns? All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And then I'll go to 14.3. Again, parent involvement minutes of November 15. They're here again, Trustee Benjamin and Trustee Cole. Question or concerns? All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. And then we're going to go down to the staff report, which is 15. And the director's annual report, and I'm going to turn it over to Director Suru at this time.
Thank you, Chair Green. Good evening, trustees, staff, and community members. The director's annual report for the 2022-23 school year, aptly themed Better Together, highlights the accomplishments and achievements of students, staff, and system initiatives that were developed and implemented in collaboration with families and communities. The ministry directives were a guiding force in continuing to embed equitable, inclusive, anti-racist, and anti-oppressive practices in our learning and work environments. While we submitted almost all of the deliverables under the directives to the ministry last year, we remain committed to continuing the work beyond the directives as they are embedded in all we do. The report highlights the policies and strategies that were developed for a clear, sustainable, and focused approach in education. These include the anti-racism policy, the 4-year equity strategy, the affirming Muslim identities and dismantling Islamophobia strategy, the Black Student Success Strategy, and the development of the Two-Spirit and LGBTQIA+ Action Plan. The Director's annual report also celebrates student achievements locally and globally in innovative areas such as cybersecurity, science, and engineering, and student advocacy for a sustainable world with projects like community gardens, community cleanups, water and energy conservation initiatives developed in line with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. These successes have been supported by the guidance and dedication of educators and staff, whose vital contributions have been recognized through national awards in teaching excellence and system awards in instruction, equity, innovation, sustainability, and more. In the report, we also spotlight Peel District School Board's collaboration with industry, educational institutions, and community organizations, which have exposed students to diverse career pathways, helping them prepare for and make informed choices about their futures. These partnerships offer real-world experiences, internships, mentorship, and skills development, enhancing students' readiness for their future and increasing access, especially for Black and Indigenous students. The mental health and well-being of students and staff has been and continues to be a strong area of focus as well. Included in this annual report is the development of a multi-year mental health strategy and the mental health supports and services, programs and initiatives, and professional learning and development that we offered. In the 2022-23 school year, Peel District School Board also had the honor to celebrate the official opening of the Monjiding Wingushkang Center for Indigenous Excellence and Land-Based Learning, which is significant for preserving and promoting the rich identity and knowledge of Indigenous communities. The center offers staff and students culturally meaningful education programming, resources, and a supportive space for Indigenous community members. We remain committed to our obligations reflected in the TRC calls to action. I would like to recognize and express my gratitude to Peel District School Board students and staff, families and community for working together to implement positive changes across the board. I would like to thank the Board of Trustees for their continued support throughout the 2022-23 school year as we unveiled a myriad of new programs, policies, and initiatives that have enhanced educational opportunities and school experiences for students. We look forward to doing even more this year to benefit students, their futures, and our school communities for years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Saru, for your report. And I'm going to ask Trustee Cameron and Trustee Cole to put your report on the floor for me. And just find out if anyone have any question of the director on a report. I'm not seeing anybody jumping up and down. So all those in favor? Carries. Thank you, Director, for your report. Much appreciated. Let's keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, I'm going to move down to 15.2 And I'm going to turn it over to Director Sarul to introduce AD De Silva to present our census report.
Thank you. And through you, Chair Green, I would now ask Associate Director Paul De Silva to present the census report.
Thank you, Director Swarup. And through you, Chair Green. In 2017, the Ministry of Education and Ontario's Anti-Racism Directorate released a number of documents aimed at combating racism in provincial organizations. Guidelines were set out for school boards on the mandatory collection, analysis, and reporting of race-based data by 2023. PDSB's first Count Me In Peel student census conducted in 2018 provided identity and perceptual data that was essential for identifying areas of need within PDSB's policies, procedures, and programs. PDSB launched its second Count Me In Peel student census in April of 2023 to collect demographic, identity, data, and student perceptions. Tonight, we present to you the results from this census in the overall board report. I would like to acknowledge the exceptional efforts of our research and accountability team. Their meticulous approach has ensured that the information is both accurate and insightful, clear and accessible, providing a solid foundation for our board's strategic planning. This report is a testament to the professional skills and their dedication to enhancing the educational outcomes and equity. We extend our gratitude to the team for their unwavering dedication and exceptional contribution to this important project. I would now like to turn it over to Superintendent Bernadette Smith from Innovation and Research.
Thank you, Associate Director De Silva and Director Swarup, and through you, Chair Green. This report provides descriptive board-level results from the 110,659 PDSB participants, including parents and caregivers of students in kindergarten to grade 3 and students in grade 4 to 12. The census results provide a foundational data set that can be linked to other data sources and desegregated by racial identity and other identity factors such as Indigenous identity and gender identity to help PDSB 2 better understand student populations and school communities, identify and eliminate barriers to student success, inclusion, and well-being, eliminate systemic racism and discrimination, and establish effective programs. I will now ask Lynn Hollingshead, Manager of the Research and Accountability Team, to provide some details on the Count Me In Peel Student Census 2023 Board Overall Report. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you, Superintendent Smith, Associate Director De Silva, and Director Swarup, and through you, Chair Green. As Superintendent Smith has just shared, a total of 110,659 student census questionnaires were completed, resulting in a response rate of 73% for all PDSB students. Response rates by census version is as follows: 70% of students in grades 7 to 12, 82% of students in grades 4 to 6, 71% of parents and caregivers of students in kindergarten to grade 3, and 50% of parents and caregivers of students who were not able to complete the census on their own. Professional translations of all versions were made available for 11 of the most common languages spoken by students and families in Peel: Arabic, Gujarati, Hindi, Punjabi, Simplified Chinese, Traditional Chinese, Spanish, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu, and Vietnamese. An additional 12 languages were provided upon request through machine translation. A total of 2,467 census questionnaires were completed in 23 different languages other than English. The most common languages in which the census was completed were English, Simplified Chinese, Arabic, Spanish, and Punjabi. This report provides details about the methodology of data collection and analyses, recommendations on how to use the report, and 8 results sections. Identity questions are reported in the Questions About Me section in aggregate form. That is, all survey questions are combined, while perceptual questions are reported by survey version in the following sections: questions about my well-being, about my school, about my relationships with staff, about my school experiences, about my learning, about my pathway, and questions for parents and caregivers. Some highlights from the report. There is significant diversity in how PDSB students reported their identities along the following dimensions: Indigenous identity, ethnic and cultural backgrounds, racial background, gender identity, sexual orientation for students in grades 7 to 12 only, experiences of disability, and religion or spirituality. The most frequently reported racial backgrounds reported were South Asian at 55.1%, white at 13.7%, Black at 11.2%, Middle Eastern, North African, and Central Asian at 7.7%, and East Asian at 5.6%. Student well-being and feelings of belonging in school were highest for students in kindergarten to grade 3 and lowest for students in grades 7 to 12. For example, 90% of parents reported their child in kindergarten to grade 3 was happy often or all the time, compared to 71% of students in grades 4 to 6 and 55% of students in grades 7 to 12. Feelings of belonging, 92% of parents of students in kindergarten to grade 3 reported often or all the time, 72% for students in grades 4 to 6, and 53% for students in grades 7 to 12. For parents of students in grades 4 to 12 who completed the accommodated version, 76% reported that their child was happy often or all the time, and 75% agreed their child felt like they belonged in their school. Experiences of verbal, physical, and social bullying were higher for students in grades 4 to 6 compared to grades 7 to 12. That is 21 to 35% versus 13 to 30% reported experiencing these sometimes, often, or all the time, while cyberbullying was experienced more frequently by students in grades 7 to 12 compared to grades 4 to 6. That is 14 versus 11%. The majority of students in grades 7 to 12 reported learning about human rights or social justice issues in school. Issues related to Indigenous peoples and African, Black, and Afro-Caribbean people were most frequently reported, while issues related to people experiencing disabilities and poverty were least frequently reported. Finally, 60% of students in grades 9 to 12 agreed that they knew how to find information about programs and learning opportunities they were interested in, and 57% agreed that they received the support and answers they needed from school staff about their post-secondary choices. Our next steps. The data represented in this report will be used to monitor change over time, as well as identify areas for improvement. The Research and Accountability team will work directly with each department and steering committee to support the interpretation and use of this report. Specifically, it will be used to inform the monitoring of the Student Achievement Plan, the development of department goals and strategic actions, the development of professional learning based on areas requiring additional supports, and the monitoring of the various strategies and action plans. Additionally, data represented in this report will be used to support ongoing work throughout the 2023-24 school year. For example, it will be used to develop resources and build staff capacity to further support student achievement, engagement, and well-being. Census results for individual schools will be shared with school administrators in 2024 to provide a better understanding of the identities and experiences of school communities and inform the School Improvement Equity Planning (SEEP) process. And finally, this report will be made available publicly on the PDSB website, shared directly with central departments to support their improvement planning work, and of course, shared with community. I submit this report to you with thanks, and we are happy to take questions.
Thank you, Manager Hollinshead, for that presentation. Let me just put it on the floor first. Trustee B. McDonald and Trustee Cameron, put it on the floor for me. Okay. All right. I'll open the floor if you have any questions or comments about the report. And I'm seeing everyone is shaking their head, and I want to take the time on behalf of this board to say thank you to our superintendent and our manager of research. Amazing report. Thank you. I think, and the plan, the next step that you outlined for us, I think is a great plan, and we look forward to take this journey alongside with you. Please continue this great work. Thank you very much. All those in favor? Carries. Thank you. Okay, so we're moving down to 16, which is communication, which is none. Now move down to 17, which is trustee motion for consideration. We have none. And 18, trustee notice of motion. We have none. Trust number 19, adoption of the closed session report. I'm going to ask trustee Davy and trustee Johal to put them on the floor for me. All right, all those in favor? Carries. Okay, and I'm going to move down to a good news story this afternoon, where that we got some great videos of some of our students, and we are going to ask our technical team to cue those up, and let's take a look at the success of some of our students.
15-year-old Krishiv was always fascinated by computers. When he was 9 years old, his parents brought him his first book on coding. As a 13-year-old student at Dolphin Senior Public School, his teachers asked him to teach a coding class of 30 students with learning disabilities. It was at that time that he noticed how much personal attention and assistance students required for him. Yet he knew it would be hard to give that one-on-one support in a class of 30 kids to one teacher. So he worked on building the solution. Now, a grade 10 student at the Woodlands, Krishiv has created the platform AceFlow, AI-powered learning tools to accelerate learning outcomes for students in K-12. With this platform, he's trying to replicate the effectiveness of private tutoring at a more affordable price. Currently funded by Emergent Ventures and backed by Microsoft through OpenAI API credits, his goal is to have impacted 100 million students by the end of high school. That's only 3 years away. This fall, he was also invited to present his startup at the GITEX Global Conference in Dubai, where he met with incredible founders from all over the world and made important connections to hopefully help further his career. On November 3rd, Indigenous students, along with their families, friends, community members, and PDSB staff gathered at Heart Lake Conservation Park to launch a canoe that the students built using all natural materials. The students made the canoe at the Monjading Wingashking Center for Indigenous Excellence and Land-Based Learning under the guidance of Algonquin canoe builder Chuck Commanda. He shared about culture and tradition while the students built the canoe over the course of 2 weeks, using materials like spruce root, wood nails, spruce sap, and animal fat. 4 students from Central Peel Secondary School were invited to perform live at the 2023 TIFF Street Festival in September as part of the Next Wave Battle of the Scores contest. Daydream is a South Asian pop rock band comprised of Arav on guitar, Tarun on drums, Aditya on bass, and Mashraful as the lead vocalist. The group started by performing at school events such as Central Peel's Arts Alive and Coffee House, eventually releasing their own original songs on streaming sites. At the Next Wave opening performance, they played a short yet captivating set to an enthusiastic crowd before being selected as the winners of the contest at the end of the night. We're pretty sure we'll be hearing more from Daydream as their star continues to rise.
Being able to experience university life and earn credits while they're still in high school not only gives these students a really great head start, but it also lets them understand the opportunities that are available to them, both academically and professionally. The Learners Early Access Program, or LEAP, as most students know it to be, is all about giving students in grades 11 and grade 12 first-hand experience in terms of what it looks like to be working in the field of technology. Our board partnered with Algoma University to open this campus right here in Brampton so that students can explore courses and career pathways that they might not have thought about before. We've got programs like business, esports management, computer applications, and we've even entered into a partnership with Unity Technologies, and this is a video game software company, and it offers our LEAP students a certificate program. All that's been a really big hit with students, and they've really thought about how they can support them, particularly those who are going into a technology pathway.
It's kind of like a dream to be here, to be able to be in a Unity program, an engine which runs many games that I play, and being able to just create that experience for other people. It's simply amazing. As I went on, I was like, wow, I really want to get involved in this. I think it might be even putting some weight down onto my future about what I want to do. It might be changing a little bit.
Learning how to create games is something I've always wanted to do, and now that I can actually execute this idea and execute this dream I've been having for years on end, it's something that I'm very happy about.
I've been wanting to do animation and computer design for a long time. It's my dream job. So hearing the opportunity to do Unity, it's great. I get to learn all this stuff and get an advantage if I want to do this in the field. And esports, I like gaming, so honestly it's just perfect. I get to learn more about esports and anything in the field of esports.
Experience has actually been amazing. I've met a lot of funny people, a lot of nice people. We even ended up creating a game club. At lunch, we just go around and play games, which is just simply amazing. The community is very nice. The teachers here are amazing too, very kind and generous, and they want to do their best to make sure that we can succeed in this program.
What's great to see is that all the students here are here for their own unique reasons. They want to discover their own unique paths, and they want to build up their skills and confidence.
We're doing Indigenous Studies right now because I'm a grade 11 student, and I like what we're doing right now, what we're covering. It gives me a new knowledge about Indigenous people because we're on their territory right now, so the more knowledge I have, the more power I have.
I'm mainly interested in the business programs because that's what I aspire to do. The reason why I'm interested is because of the importance, the value that I see in it. It can turn your passion into a profit, and a lot of people don't think that you can mix those two, but business makes that possible.
I think this program is going to help me go far with business because at school, like mandatories are like mostly science, math, and English, but business isn't one of them, which I personally believe that business should be because business runs the world.
Having all these skills and all these certifications will really help me boost my career and boost my ability to get a job. I'm so glad I joined the program because I'm having so much fun. Every single class is always an opportunity to learn new things, and I've met a lot of really fun people, and I've met a lot of people that I've met before, and I'm able to build a deeper relationship with them. Even during the classes, it's a lot of hard work, but it's much more rewarding and much more exciting when I'm doing it with other people. What I'm looking forward to in this program is the social aspects, is being in an environment that is filled with positivity and that can build me up as an individual and pushing myself past my limits and getting closer on that journey to becoming the best version of myself.
That's what this program is for. It's to help us to get ready for that move into university.
Especially when I'm signing up for university, people will see that I'm already taking university courses in high school, and I also already have a certification in developing those things. I get into university, people will look at me and say, yeah, I want to pick her, yeah.
Anything I can use for the future, I want that.
Oh, madam, we don't teach it. Jeez, no one teaches in this.
I'm sorry, Ms. Howell, but we would like to interrupt you for a moment. In case you all don't know, your teacher, Ms. Howell, is the recipient of a Prime Minister's Award of Teaching Excellence Achievement in STEM Education. Oh my goodness, you're all here. Please give her a round of applause. And I would like to officially crown her with the ticker tape crown of physics.
Oh, I like that.
I have to estimate my high school.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you very much. I did not know you guys were coming in. Do you guys have any questions? No?
Right there, right there.
There's a question.
What is that?
The ticker tape is.
What is the ticker tape? That's a longer answer. It's an award. It's a certificate of achievement for STEM teaching that some people nominated me for last year, and it's nationwide. And this is Justin Trudeau's signature. and this is a special seal. Yeah, don't ask who Justin Trudeau is. And I guess from everybody who was nominated, I was selected as one of many recipients.
Not one of many, like a handful of recipients for the entire country.
Yay!
Right, so,
Thank you, everyone. Let's return to our carbon dioxide graph.
Benjamin Smith, Chinguacousy Secondary School, Brampton, Ontario. Benjamin Smith has been the driving force in transforming the school's culture through deep involvement and dedication. Students were asked to identify an equity issue in their community and take steps to activate change. With their data in hand, students created proposals to advocate for resources to address the identified inequities to share with community leaders. He empowers students to take ownership and agency over their educational experience while creating a classroom environment that is culturally responsive and accessible to students of all backgrounds and abilities. Benjamin Smith.
Wow. Yeah. And you know, just a little bragging rights here. The Dreams, the Daydream band that you see playing there, the tall gentleman that you see playing the guitar. That's my wicket keeper for my senior cricket team. So proud of him. proud of all the students and what they're doing. It's amazing. Trustee Davy and Trustee Clark, you put it on the floor for me. Okay. All those in favor of receiving that lovely report. Great. Awesome. Thank you. Now, I'm going to do something very unusual this year. You know, this has been a very challenging time for all of us as trustees and staff here at Peel District School Board. And I think tonight is our last board meeting for the year. And because of the many challenges that we all faced and that we have all, you know, I would say rise to the challenge and work through those. Oftentimes, trustees, as chair, I get to do most of the talking. So tonight I'm going to give my colleagues 1 minute just to say all of the greetings to our staff, community, and families. So I'm going to start with the first person that I see right in front of me, which is Trustee B. McDonald. You got a minute to say, you know, all of the greetings to our community, families, and staff.
Thank you, Chair Green. I appreciate the opportunity to speak and wish everyone the best in the upcoming holidays. We've had an interesting year, but our focus I see from our staff has been to help our students, and I wish all our staff, all our great students and parents who support them, all the best as we move into a new year and look at new opportunities and new growth, that everyone goes towards a successful journey in life. And have a great holidays. Thank you.
Trustee Cameron.
Thank you, Chair. I would just like to say, early to bed, early to rise, work like heck, then advertise. Let's continue to tell the world how good our students are, how amazing our staff are, how wonderful the parents are that we get to work with, and how awesome our communities are that support our students and staff so much. Best wishes to everybody, whatever you celebrate. I hope you get a break, a chance to rest, and all of us get a chance at R&R to come back in the new year and work together for a common goal, student success. Thank you, Chair.
Trustee Davy.
Thank you so much for everything you've done this year. However you celebrate, whatever you celebrate, please enjoy it to the maximum so you can come back, rest, and continue to do the amazing job you do. Thank you.
Trustee Jahal.
Thank you, Chair Green, and through you. As this is the last board meeting, as you said, of this year, with my comments, I just want to appreciate and applaud our senior administration, especially Director Sru, Governance Officer Catherine Lockyer, Associate Director and CAO Jasper Gill, Associate Director Paul De Silva, Camille Logan, and Harjeet Ojla, and especially a great team of our superintendents and the school staff. Thanks for the year-round support you offer to the trustees and handling trustees' communications with priority and in a timely fashion. I recognize that we sometimes may cause an extra workload for you, but you do cooperate and keep supporting us even during the weekends and sometimes holidays. I have experienced where most of the issues were resolved very quickly, so thank you everyone. I also express my gratitude to our students, great students, and their great families, and our great communities for their confidence in the board and trustees and our staff. My trustee colleagues, thank you for your teamwork, for the student achievement and their well-being. At this time, I would like to wish you all a restful holiday season. And if you and I do not meet before the end of this year, a good start in the new year. So thank you and best wishes.
Trustee Clark.
Thank you, Chair. You know, I want to thank the director, you, Chair, the trustees, the staff, the teachers, you know, the extremely valuable, hardworking superintendents. You know, it has been quite challenging this year, and we've been able to bring things together and help all the students that we can. You know, for, you know, to all the staff, community members, the kids, students, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and you know, to the small but mighty Jewish community, I want to wish a Hanukkah Shemesh. You know, this has been really hard for everybody, and I want you to know that we're working to do things better. Okay, thank you, everybody. Miigwech.
Trustee Cole.
It's been a great year meeting everybody and working together over the last year, so I appreciate everybody. And I just wanted to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I hope everybody has a really blessed year this year. Stay safe.
Okay. Trustee Benjamin.
Through you, Chair, and thank you, Chair. I just cannot resist sharing something that I did today with our student trustee from the North. She organized a food drive in all the schools in Malton, and it was so great to see the you know, the leadership that she took. This was all done by our student, and that's because of the encouragement that we provide to our students. So it's been a long day for me, but it was wonderful, and all the principals and the staff was so happy because they involved, every school had a different way of you know, going about the food drive. So this, I'm sure, happens in almost every school in the Peel District School Board. And for that, I would like to thank our director, our senior administrators, our principals, and our staff, and everybody from the top to bottom and from bottom to up, and all the trustees who are here, and the wonderful programs that we are providing to them. I wish you all a happy holidays and a restful break, and hope to see you all in the new year. Thank you.
Trustee Bailey.
Thank you through you, Chair Green. I'd like to say thank you to all the amazing educators and administrators that we have in the Peel District School Board. It's been a pleasure witnessing the learning and the amazing things that our students accomplished this year. It wouldn't be me if I didn't remind everyone, if you're able to support our local food banks this year to help make everyone have happy holidays and a Merry Christmas. And so I also want to say, I wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and a joyous new year. And here's to another year of learning, growth, and success in our amazing school community.
Thank you. I hope I didn't miss anyone. Okay, so as we're about to end this, and this is our final board meeting for the year, I personally want to take the time, number one, to thank our Director Saru, the senior leadership team here at Peel District School Board, and my colleagues, my trustee and friends, and to our staff, student and families, our partners that has done this journey with us. It has been a difficult year for everyone, but at the end of the day, you showed up. And you showed up and you came alongside us every time. When we called, you showed up. Thank you for allowing us to stand on your shoulder. Without you, we would not able to do the things that we do, which is the most important things that we come and we showed up every day to do. And that's ensure that our students are provided with the best education enrichment that they can have, so that they can succeed in life, because they are our future leaders. This would not be possible. I have watched some amazing stuff took place this year, even though it was challenging, and that's because you show that you care. From staff right down to our partners who are supporting and working with us in our school, you showed us that you care about this board and our success. And as we come to the final board meeting of the year, I want to say, on behalf of the entire Board of Trustees, we value you. And we hope that you enjoy this festive season with your families, that you take some time and you take care of your health and your well-being, and you celebrate. Put everything aside and just celebrate with your family. Have the best of holiday that you can have. And for those of us who celebrate Christmas like myself, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all the best to you. And we look forward to come alongside you and our student for a prosperous and successful 2024. Thank you and have a good evening. Trustee Davey and Trustee Cameron is moving adjournment. All those in favor. Good night and thank you.